not an option.
Hey guys, and welcome back to Battlefront Updates. In this video, I wanted to give you a little overview over the Dakar Starfighter Assault map that was added last week in the Last Jedi season, as well as a couple of tips on how to best handle the different phases. If you've seen The Last Jedi, you know that this location is in the movie and is fairly similar, although the actual events are quite different, without saying too much. But in short, the Resistance are simply trying to escape from the Resistance base on Dakar, and the First Order is trying to stop them. And in the first phase, the goal for the Resistance is to defend their deployed field generators, and the First Order obviously needs to destroy them. This phase is very straightforward. Simply go straight for the objective if you are on the First Order side and take them out as fast as you can. And if you protect your AI bomb runs, or in this case TIE fighter runs, you will get more damage dealt to the actual field generators, whereas if the Resistance shoots them down, you will lose quite a lot of reinforcements, so they can be quite important to protect because they are very easy to shoot down since they fly in a pretty much straight line. Just overall on this map, my suggestion is that if you're playing the objective, try to stay near debris, because as you can see right here, when I'm attacking the first field generator, I'm trying to fly through this piece of debris every time, because that means that if I do get attacked, I can quickly steer around that to get protection, whereas if I'm flying in the middle of an open area, well, you can't really do much if you get someone on your tail and you will most likely die. And if you successfully destroy the field generators before you run out of reinforcements, the next phase is to destroy the field generator cores that are located inside these pieces of debris. And this is where it gets really interesting, because a new mechanic is introduced from these field generators. They will send out shockwaves that will actually push your ship back. And this is something they actually mention in the game, that a good pilot can make use of these shockwaves, whereas if you're not very good, you might actually have more of an issue than help from them. Because as you can see right here, I'm trying to fly inside the field generator to get to the core, and the shockwave pushes me to the side, so I die. But if you properly master these shockwaves, they can actually be very helpful. As you can see right here, I'm flying straight towards the core, which means that I get pushed back, and this actually means that I can do more damage to the core than I would have been able to without them, because it keeps pushing me back, meaning that the core is still in line of sight, so I could just keep shooting and shooting and shooting. And this is why the field generators can be really good, because if you time it perfectly to push you back while you shoot it, it will most likely stop sending shockwaves after a while, so you can fly through the field generator and then come around for another run. Because flying through the actual field generator and the core when it's sending out shockwaves is very risky, even if you are a good pilot, although I've successfully done it a couple of times, but too many times I've also been pushed into the wall. If you successfully take out all the field generator cores as well before running out of reinforcements, the third phase is to defend the bunker busters for the Resistance or destroy them for the First Order. And every time you succeed a phase, you obviously get extra reinforcements. This is pretty straightforward. Simply fly straight for the bunker busters and try to do as much damage as possible. And the field generators will also be in this phase, meaning that you can make use of them or you can have problems with them depending on which situation you're in. But they make the flying a little bit more interesting, as you will not just be going in a straight line. If you manage to time your flying to one of the field generator shockwaves, you might be able to dodge some incoming shots. And if you successfully finish this third phase, which seems to be quite hard because I've only done it once, you will get to the fourth and final phase where the Resistance wants to escape. And during this phase, the Resistance instead gets limited reinforcements and the First Order gets a timer. And the goal is for the First Order to take out all the Resistance reinforcements before the timer runs out. And the First Order gets more time the more tickets they had left in the previous phase. Meaning that sometimes you might get a lot of time, sometimes you might get very little. And a lot of the debris also disappears during this phase, making it pretty hard to dodge enemies as the Resistance fighters. So I would say that there's not too many tactics you can apply here other than just trying to survive. If you know you are in a situation where you will kill the enemy and they will kill you, you might actually be better off trying to fly off and dodge them, because if you kill the enemy, that doesn't really help here. It's all about staying alive and making sure that your reinforcements will not run out before the time runs out. And if the resistance reinforcements runs out, the First Order wins and the Dreadnought arrives. And if you've seen the Last Jedi movie, you will recognize the Dreadnought arriving. I think that was a very nice link to the movie. But that is all for this video. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, may the Force be with you.